In this video, I'm going to reveal something that nobody out there is teaching. A proven system designed specifically for Muslim football players under the age of 24 that shows you how to finally break through and sign your first professional contract. This is the exact framework, the 4 pillars formula that will let you break into the professional level. Before we start, let me make things clear for you. I didn't make this video for entertainment. I'm not here to entertain you and make you watch the video until the end, because I'm not here to sell you anything like all the other creators out there. So there will be no insane editing, no music, no effects, to only make you entertained and keep you watching until the end to only buy a course or something. That's not what I'm here for, because I don't care if you watch the video until the end, because if you don't do that, it means that you're basically not among the players that I made this video for. I'm making this video for the serious and ambitious players that are willing to do whatever it takes to make it to the professional level. And honestly, if you can't even sit through this simple video, it means that you probably don't have what it takes to make it the whole way to the professional level, because both me and you know that it requires much more than that to reach the professional level. And you can't even manage to do it. Watch this simple video. That's not my fault, that's your fault. I'm here to help the serious and ambitious players. That's why I'm making this video, and I'm making it completely for free so it becomes accessible for as many players as possible. Because I know that the thing that you're gonna hear in this video is worth a lot of money. It can cost you an entire footballing career, and here am I giving you these things completely for free. So just wanted to make this clear for you why I'm making this video, so you make sure that I'm not going to sell you anything at the end of the video. And here's the truth: if you want to make it to the professional level, you can't just rely on talent and hope for the best. You need a complete system, a step-by-step foundation that prepares you in every single area, from finding opportunities to marketing yourself in the right way to training and living like a professional before signing a professional contract. And above all of that, having the faith and mental strength to push through every setback on the journey. That's exactly what I will share with you today. So I want you to do one thing: put away all the distractions, put away your phone, and give your chance to be fully present and concentrated during this training class. Because if you take what I'm about to teach you and apply it, this could be the turning point that you've been waiting for. Imagine this: having the exact blueprint to signing your first ever professional contract. That is exactly what I will share with you today. The exact strategy that I used to get my first ever pro trial at the age of 17 in Poland, and also my second trial in Germany after implementing this exact system that I will share with you. The information that I'm going to share with you is insane, so make sure to grab a pen and paper, sit in a quiet place, and concentrate and take notes on everything that I'm about to share with you. At the beginning, let me be honest with you and tell you the truth that most players don't want to hear. You're doing everything wrong. Yes, you heard me right. You're doing everything wrong. Everything. You may have all the training methods, all the diet plans, all the support from coaches, parents, teammates, all of that. All of those things will make you a better player. However, and listen carefully to this, you will never become a professional player unless you have these 2 things, and it is connections and marketing. And I know that you don't have any of those 2 things, because I was exactly like you. But after implementing this exact system and those 2 things, I started seeing real results, getting pro opportunities. And I can tell you right away, if you don't implement these 2 things and this exact formula, you'll never sign a professional contract. And trust me, understanding these 2 things is life-changing. If you truly understand and most importantly implement this exact system, your life will change completely. Because what you're doing right now will not get you anywhere. You're grinding 24/7, killing your body, destroying your body. You're getting exhausted every single day. You've tried various different methods, you've tried everything, but you're not seeing real results. The real results that you want to see, being offered the pro opportunities, being offered the chance to sign a professional contract, those are the real results that you're not getting. Perhaps you're performing in team training, but not in matches when it really matters, when the scouts, agents, club are looking for the talented players to give them that pro opportunity. But you can't perform in those matches because you've killed your body, you're completely exhausted. And maybe you're killing it at your local team and matches, you're performing very well, but no scouts, agents, or clubs comes to your matches and watches you. Your talent is not being seen, and you don't have the connections that will get you to the pro opportunities. And that leaves you sat there waiting to get noticed. And the worst part, that you're seeing other players go pro, players that maybe have less talent than you, but they have the tools and they're doing the things that you're not doing. What is it that they have? And most importantly, what is it that they're doing? That is exactly what I will share with you today. And here comes your fears, the fears and concerns of every aspiring baller trying to make it. You're scared that you won't make it. You're scared that all the sacrifices, all the hours of training, all the hard work will go for nothing because you didn't end up going pro. You're concerned that it's maybe too late for you to go pro. You see all the talented players going pro at such a young age and you haven't. And that's the truth. You are running out of time. It will come a time that you're no longer the talented player that you used to be. And it's the harsh reality of this industry. It's a business. Clubs and agents want the talented young players that can help the team, and then they can grow, and then they can sell them and get some money in, get some profit in. That's football. It's a business. It's an industry. You can't afford to waste any more time trying different things that don't work because you're running out of time. Because you've already wasted years of your career doing the wrong things, training in the wrong way, and you can't get those years back. They're gone. And if you don't do anything about it and continue on the same path, you're probably not gonna make it. And unfortunately, you've understood everything wrong. They have lied to you. They told you that hard work beats talent. But do you know what beats both of them? Working smart. That's the truth that I realized after years of doing the wrong things and basically doing too much. I was waking up every day 5 in the morning to go out and run. I was doing this every single day before school. I even had a private coach that trained me every single day before school. I was grinding my ass off in the gym to get a six-pack. I saw all the pros have it. I wanted to have also to become a better player. I was doing everything that you could probably think of. I even invested in this StatSport vest to track my stats. I was looking on for every single way to become a better player. It came to a point that training in real life wasn't enough for me, so I started training in virtual reality. I invested in this VR headset to train aspects of the game that are difficult to train on the pitch, like vision, decision making, scanning, awareness, all of that. But all of this was completely for nothing. Why? Because I was doing the wrong things. I missed out on the important things, and basically I was doing too much. I was killing my body. I was doing all of this training beside my team training every single day. It was basically too much for my body to handle, and you'll see later on the consequences of what I did. Training hard, not smart. Having the mentality of grinding the whole time, thinking that my hard work, my work ethic is the only thing that will get me to the pro level. And I was completely wrong, because you can grind how much you want, but without these two things, you will never make it. It's connections and marketing. It's your connections that will get you the pro opportunities. If it's from former teammates, former coaches, anybody that you know in the industry that can help you get a pro opportunity and show yourself. Perhaps you don't have the good connections to get you the pro opportunity. And here when marketing is key, knowing how to market yourself as a player, knowing how to present yourself for clubs, knowing how to contact them, where to contact them, when to contact them, all of that. Learning these things, learning those two things was life-changing for me. And I'll explain to you exactly how I did it later on. Now let me tell you and show you what my hard work did to me, so you finally understand and truly believe that this mindset, training hard, not smart, will only harm you, not benefit you. It may benefit you in the short term. You may become a better player in the short term, but in the long term, continuing on this path, doing the hard work, training hard, not smart, and not listening to your body, you're gonna start suffering like I did. I was destroying my body. It came to a point that my body couldn't handle the workload anymore, and that's when I got my first ever injury, and it was a knee injury. And as you know, knee injuries are one of the most dangerous injuries that you can get in football, because it can end your career. But alhamdulillah, I was only out for 1 month. But trust me, this 1 month felt like an entire year. Because mind you, this was my first ever injury. The first time that I wasn't training. The first time that I was away from my team, away from my teammate. It was a very difficult period for me. I didn't know what to do. And it didn't stop there. I started getting injury after injury, not only in the knee, but in different parts of my body. I suffered from groin injuries, hamstring injuries, ankle injuries, all of that. It was a very difficult period in my career, and mind you, at that time I was playing for one of the best teams in Sweden, and I was also the captain of the team. I had really good time there. I was trusted by the manager, trusted by the club, trusted by my teammates. We were performing really well as a team and as a player, as the captain of the team, but everything turned upside down. The unexpected happened. I got released by my club. Despite being the captain of the team, despite being all my successes at the club, all the performances, the club decided to release me. And here's exactly why. It was because of my overtraining that led to multiple injuries. And it came to a point that my club gave up on me. They couldn't handle all the injuries that I was facing. At the end of the season, the coach called me and told me that I'm not going to be part of his plans for the upcoming season. He told me that they're going to bring a very good player that's going to replace me in the team. He was honest with me. He told me that they needed a player that can play the whole season, all the matches, and not get injured like I was doing. This was heartbreaking for me, having a very difficult period already with all the injuries, being away from the thing that I love the most, being away for such a long time, dealing with all of these injuries. And on top of all of that, I get these news from my coach that I'm being released by my club. And honestly, it may be the lowest point of my career so far. But like they say, everything happens for a reason. This was the turning point of my career. I realized that all the hard work, all the hours of training got me completely nothing. Instead, it got me injured several times, being out from the team for such a long time, and being released by my club. Truly something had to change because everything that I was doing got me completely nothing. It only harmed me. So honestly, everything had to change. And here's exactly what I did. I started by changing my mindset because it was the most important thing to change, because it was my mindset that got me to this stage. Training hard, not smart, having the grinding mentality, thinking that my grinding, this mentality, training hard, not smart, my work ethic is the only thing that's gonna get me to the professional level. So I stopped the way I trained. I started training completely differently. I started training smart, not hard. And most importantly, I created a system that gets you opportunities, gets your game to the pro level, keeps you connected to religion, and finally gets you to your ultimate goal, signing a professional contract. I call it the 4 Pillars Formula. After years of experimenting, trying different things, researching, I finally understood what separates the players that remain stuck at the academy or semi-pro level from the players that finally break through and end up signing a professional contract. And let me tell you something, it's not about the talent, because all of us have seen talented players with amazing abilities not going pro, and seen players with less natural talent but with the right systems, the right habits, and the right guidance end up going the whole way to the professional level. What I discovered that there's a formula. If you understand it and implement it, you dramatically shorten your timeline and maximize your chances of going pro. These 4 pillars are what will get you from where you are today, whether it's from your academy, local team, semi-pro, or just training on your own to get in trials, opportunities, contracts, and professional environment. If you even miss one of these pillars, your chances of making it will drop massively. But if you truly understand and implement these 4 pillars, signing your first professional contract will no longer be a dream. It will be a clear, achievable target. So let us start revealing this formula for you, and let us start with pillar number 1, which is creating a highlight video. Honestly, this is the pillar that most players overlook. They think that they just need to work hard, perform, and like opportunities will somehow find them. It's completely wrong. It's the opposite. But the truth is, football is not just a sport. It's a business. It's an industry. And like other industries, the ones who know how to market themselves, get in front of other people and the right people, are the ones that move forward. Pillar number 1 is all about learning how to create and attract opportunities, how to market yourself as a player in a professional way, and how to make sure that the right agents, the right scouts, and the right clubs actually see you. Because at the end of the day, you can be the next Neymar, but if nobody sees you, if nobody knows about you, you're invisible. And invisible players don't get contracts. Every player that I talk with tells me exactly the same thing. Only if I have the connections, only if somebody can watch me, my talent is not getting discovered, agents don't watch me, scouts don't watch me. Only if somebody gives me a pro opportunity, I will sign that contract directly. They start giving me excuses why they can't make it and why others have. They're only giving stupid excuses for themselves. But do you know what? They're completely right, because this is one of the biggest reasons why players don't end up going pro, because nobody sees them. Their talent is not getting discovered or seen by agents, scouts, or clubs. And most of the players accept this harsh reality and don't end up doing anything about it. And then they give up on their dream. They start blaming their country, their city, their environment, their parents. They just don't want to feel the guilt of not making it to the pro level. So you only have 2 choices. You can either be like everybody else and start blaming everything and everyone else, or you can start taking action and showcasing your talent for the entire world. And how do you do that? It's very simple. By creating a professional looking highlight video. And here you have it. This is the secret weapon that most players neglect. With a highlight video, agents, scouts, and clubs can directly see you without having to come to you in person and watch your matches. Are you like realizing how massive this is? The technology that we have today is insane. Players 10, 15, 20 years ago didn't have the access that we have today. They couldn't just pull up their phone, edit their clips, and send it across the world with one click. And yet with all of this technology, with all of these chances, players still choose to complain, to make excuses, and stay invisible. Because the truth is, in today's game, visibility creates opportunities, and your highlight video is your first step in getting seen, recognized, and taken seriously as a professional prospect. If you're a really good player and you can show it in a 3 to 5 minute short video where you put your best clips, your goals, your assists, your dribbling, your defending, your tackles, all of that, you put it in a 3 to 5 minute video, like clubs can directly see if you're a good player and if you're the player they're looking for. And generally, it's not rocket science. All you need is some clips from your matches. And please, please don't start making excuses. Don't tell me that your matches is not getting filmed. Find a way to get them filmed. Like, you're watching this video, but like probably with your phone. You have a phone. Give it to a family member. Give it to a friend and ask them if they can film your match. That's it. You have your clips, your highlight videos done. That's it. It's very simple. You just need to stop making excuses. But unfortunately, in today's game, only having a highlight video is not enough. And that leads us to pillar number 2, which is creating a professional looking footballing CV. And this is like 95% of players completely ignore this or do it completely wrong. Think of it like this. Your CV is your passport. It's your passport to the footballing world. Without it, you're invisible. Let me give you an example. Like if I tell you that I am American, you need a proof of it. I need to show some documents that can prove that I'm American. And the same thing goes for a footballing CV. You can't just say I'm a player. Tell clubs sign me. I'm a very good player. You need to prove it, and you can prove it with your passport, your footballing CV. You show them, here, this is my proof. I'm a professional player. I'm a player, and you can sign me. This is my career. They can see everything. That's it. It's very simple. They don't care how much you talk. You need to prove it. No matter how talented you are, no agent, scout, or club is gonna spend hours researching about you, guessing your background, guessing your entire career. They need it like presented to them in a professional way. When done correctly, this document becomes one of the most important tools in your journey. Because think of it like this. Agents, scouts, and clubs are busy people. They don't have time to chase information. When you hand them a professional looking footballing CV, they know that you're organized, professional, and ready to take the next step. But here's the problem. Most players either don't have a CV or do it completely wrong. They just throw something sloppy and they like make something that looks like it belongs in school, not in a professional club, not in a professional environment. And then they ask you, why am I not getting replies? They're not getting replies because they're sending something sloppy to professional clubs and agents and scouts. Because when I finally understood this, I sat down, built a proper professional looking footballing CV with my highlight video, and started contacting clubs and agents and scouts, sending them my CV and highlight video directly to them. And guess what? I didn't only get replies, but I got professional opportunities. Not one, but two. One in Poland and one in Germany. This is the power of this pillar, the combination of a highlight video and a footballing CV. This is what is going to take you from being just another player to a player that is worth professional opportunities. And here's what I want you to understand. If I could create these professional opportunities for myself, so can you. The only difference between the players that actually get seen and get opportunities and the players who get ignored is whether they take this step seriously. So if you're still sat there making excuses, saying nobody sees me, nobody's giving me opportunities, ask yourself, have I built the tools that make me visible for scouts, agents, and clubs? Because opportunities don't come to players that wait to get noticed. They come to players that are prepared. And your CV is one of the most important preparations you can ever make. But unfortunately, there is much more preparation that can be done. Because pillar number 1 and pillar number 2 becomes like completely for nothing if you neglect pillar number 3, which is growth and preparation. This pillar is all about preparing you for the professional level. Now listen carefully, because what I'm about to share with you is one of the most important things that you need to understand in the world of football. You can have the highlight video, you can have the CV that makes you look like the next Messi. You can contact clubs all day long, but if you show up on that one trial, that one opportunity, unprofessional, you're not fit, you're overweight, you're not ready, you're not prepared, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna tell you, they're not gonna tell you thank you. They're gonna just tell you goodbye. Why did you waste my time? And you're gonna go back home, wasted an opportunity that had the chance to change your entire life. Why? Not because you weren't talented, not because you're not a good player, only because that you didn't prepare in the right way. It was because you weren't living the life of a professional player before becoming one. This is why this player is very important. Without it, everything collapses. This pillar is all about preparing you for the professional level. So by the time that you get your chance, you get your trial, you get that pro opportunity, you are completely ready. You're already a professional player in everything except that contract. Because if you show up like that, already a professional in everything you do except that contract, they don't just see a kid with potential. They see a professional player that they can rely on, they can trust, and they can sign. And I get it, it's not easy. I know that, because professional players get handed everything. They have everything in their lives aligned to their profession. They have entire teams behind them. They have nutritionists, fitness coaches, recovery specialists, mentors, all of that. They get told everything. They get told exactly what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. They get custom training plans for their exact position on the pitch. They have access to the recovery tools that you can't even imagine. They get handed all of that because they're professional players, and I get it. They get handed everything to their hands, and nobody's giving you anything of that. And that's why it's very difficult to live the life of a professional player before becoming one. Why? It basically requires a lot. It requires a lot of sacrifices. The biggest misconception out there is living the life of a pro is easy. Everybody dreams of living like a pro. I know that. But it's behind the scenes, it's very difficult. Like, nobody knows what they do. Like, actually do. They think they just go train and show up on matches. But the truth is, living the life of a pro is very difficult. It requires a lot of sacrifices. It requires sacrificing a late night out with your friends because you have an important match the next day. It requires a very strict diet while all of your family, all of your friends are eating whatever they want. It requires being disciplined all the time, even if nobody's watching you. That's exactly what separates amateurs from professionals. And living the life of a pro means a lot. It means living every aspect of your life according to a professional player. It means acting like a pro. Pros are not just defined by a contract, they're defined by standards. They have specific standards that they go by. You can feel it even before they touch a ball, how they enter a room, how they speak to staff, how they respond to mistakes, all of that. Scouts, agents, and clubs read that. They read professionalism. Are you there on time? Do you take responsibility of your own actions? Do you blame the ref? Do you blame your teammates? Do you blame the pitch? Or do you take responsibility of your own performances? How is your body language and how is your online presence? Does your online presence look like a professional player, or is it a complete disaster? All of that. That's the silent selection happening before even going out on the pitch. And then of course we have on the pitch, they are also professionals. They train like a pro. Pros just don't train to get tired. They train to get better. Every training session has a purpose. They know when to push harder, when to protect, when to sharpen. They focus on what actually matters for the exact position on the pitch. That's called position-based training. They train the qualities that actually matters for their role on the pitch. But of course, they can't do all of that without getting some energy, without getting fuel, because fuel equals energy equals consistency. The pros don't treat food, fuel, energy, like recovery as extras. They are the foundation of good, consistent performances. They don't just show up on match day hoping for the best. They know exactly how to fuel their body to arrive mentally clear, physically ready to repeat high intensity performances, not once, not twice, but every single day, every single week. This leads us into sleeping like a pro. This is one of the most disrespected advantages in football. Pros protect sleep like it's part of their contract. Why? Because reaction speed, decision making, injury risk all get affected by the amount of sleep you get. Pros treat sleep like it's part of their training, because when you're on the pitch, your body's not growing. It grows when you rest, when you sleep, and when you recover. Your body doesn't actually grow when you train. It grows when you rest, because when you train, you're not building your muscles, you're breaking them down. Every sprint, every training session, every shot, it creates tiny tears in your muscles. And it's only when you rest, when you sleep, when you recover, that your body repairs those tears and makes your muscles stronger, faster, and more explosive. That's why pro players treat recovery and sleep as seriously as their training, because if you don't sleep well, if you don't recover well, you don't grow. And instead of growing and getting better as a player, you burn out or get injured. Sleep and recovery is what lets you stay injury free and play longer and push harder. Yet so many players waste their nights scrolling on their phones and staying up late and then showing up half dead at training. Start sleeping like a pro and suddenly your performances will skyrocket. Sleep is one of the most important recovery that you can do, but pros do a lot of different recovery stuff to help them prepare to the next session. They recover even harder than they train. Ice bath, mobility routines, active recovery, all of that to make them 100% ready for the next training session. Most aspiring young players don't even think of recovery. They just train hard, rest a bit, and then they get sore, fatigued, and all of that. And then they wonder why they get burned out or injured. When you learn how to train like a pro, you can train more, train better, and stay consistent all year round. That's what scouts want. They want a player that they can rely on the whole year. Like, consistency is key here. And here's exactly why living the pro life is difficult. It requires a lot of sacrifices. It requires going out with your friends like late at night because you have an important match the next day. It requires saying no to junk food because your performance matters the most. All of that. It means building your entire life, building an entire lifestyle around one goal, becoming a professional player. And most players aren't willing to do this. They rather party all night, scroll on their phones late at night in bed, and they make excuses on why they can't make it. No wonder they don't even make it to the pro level. But the players that do, the players that make those sacrifices early on, they are the players that step onto the field with confidence, knowing that they have already separated themselves from the other players. All of this is preparing you to become a professional player. All the 4 pillars go hand in hand. If you neglect one of them, the whole system is gonna collapse. And especially this pillar number 3, if not a good player, not only on the field but outside of the field, clubs will not sign you, and all the hard work, all the sacrifice you've made will go for nothing just because you neglected one of the most aspects is being a pro before becoming one. This leads us into our last pillar, yet the most important one, pillar number 4, which is our faith. If pillar number 1 and pillar number 2 gets us the opportunities, and pillar number 3 makes us play and look like be actually a professional before becoming one, pillar number 4 is the foundation underneath all of that. If your foundation is weak, nothing you build on will stand. No talent, no CV, no highlight video. All of that can be taken with one injury, one setback. You need to have a strong foundation to stand on when things don't go your way. When it's difficult, when you get setbacks, when all of that, you're gonna get a lot of them. Faith is what lets you turn setbacks into turning points in your career. The foundation that I'm talking about is this tree over here. Look at the roots. Those roots are the foundation that I'm talking about. You have taqwa, God consciousness. It means knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you the whole time. You know that He knows that you're making the sacrifices. He knows that you're putting in the work. He knows that you're working hard. He sees everything. If you have that yaqeen, if you know that, that's the biggest strength that you can have. And then comes tawakkul, reliance on Allah. You do your part, you train hard, you work hard, you look for opportunities, and then you leave the other things, getting selected, getting a contract, getting accepted. All of that, all the things that are outside of your control, you leave it to Him. You do your part and He will do His part. And then you have sabr, patience, one of the most important things you need to have to make it to the pro level. And in general in life, to be successful in life, you need to have patience, because success will not come, like good things, success, real success will not come in short time. It may take you a lot of sacrifice. It may take you years. You need to be patient. After putting in the work, after relying on Allah, you need to have patience, because your time will truly come. And only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows when your time will come, when He wants to give you the thing that you want, because He knows that He knows the best for you. He knows when to give it to you. Throughout your journey, you need to always have patience. When progress feels slow, when you're not getting opportunities, when you're getting rejected, when everybody's saying no to you, you need to have patience and continue working hard and relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And lastly, it's gratitude. Whatever that happens, you need to always thank Allah. If you lose, you thank Allah. If you gain, you thank Allah. If you win, you thank Allah. No matter what happens, you always thank Allah, because the blessing that He has given us are uncountable. So don't complain over what you don't have. Instead, maximize what you do have. This is why this pillar is the foundation of this formula. You need to always have a solid foundation to make it to the pro level. You need more than muscle. You need more than talent, more than skill to make it to the pro level. You need a source of strength that's beyond the results and beyond being a professional player. The belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you that source of strength. It It gives you a meaning beyond being a pro player, being a footballer. It makes your grind sustainable because it turns every training, every setback, every hard session, every workout, everything turns into an act of worship if your niyyah, if your intention is correct. Because when you truly believe that there's a God that always wants the best for you, you stop living in stress, worried about tomorrow, worried if you make it or not. Instead, you know that you will do your part, prepare in the best way, live like a professional player before becoming one, contacting clubs, finding opportunities, doing your part, and leaving the rest to your creator to handle, because you truly know that he always wants the best for you. This shift in mindset is what separates the players that are consistent from the players that shine a bit then disappear completely. You can take risks, you can recover from mistakes, you can handle pressure and doubts and setbacks, you can take the brave decisions that scouts reward. Everything begins with your niyyah, your intention. Are you training to post on social media to impress friends? Do you need to always seek validation from others? Or are you training to use your talent, to use what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you to firstly provide for yourself, then to your family, then to your community, and ultimately worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through your profession? When your intention is right, discipline becomes much easier. Every training session is no longer just a workout. It becomes a part of the bigger story. And it's that story, that purpose that will carry you through fatigue, through setbacks, rejections, and I'm sure that you're gonna get a bunch of them, hundreds of them, not because you're a bad player, but because it's part of the game. All the players, all the best players in history and in the world got hundreds of rejections before they eventually made it, because they didn't give up. Because you only need one yes, you only need one agent, one scout, one club, one manager to tell you yes to make it to the pro level. And don't ever forget that you only one yes to making it. And that's exactly what happened to me when I was at the lowest point of my career, when I suffered from a bunch of injuries, when I got released by my club. Like, I was stuck in a dark cave for months. What changed everything wasn't just a new drill or a new training method or a better CV. It was turning back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I began to pray with intention, to ask for guidance from my creator, and gradually doors opened for me. I found clarity. I learned how to train smarter, market myself to get pro opportunities, to get real opportunities, pro opportunities to sign a professional contract. This is why this pillar is the foundation of this formula. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 4 pillars formula. The formula that will, inshallah, let you sign your first professional contract. And trust me, if you learn and most importantly implement this exact system and this exact formula, you will save years of your career and your most valuable asset, your time. You'll save all the years that I had to go through to figure out this system, the stupid mindset that I had, the grinding mindset that I thought the only thing that will get me to the pro level is the grinding the whole time, training hard, not smart. That was the biggest mistake. I want you to save all the years that I had to go through. I want to save all the years from your career to get to the professional level as fast as possible. And I also want you to save a lot of money, because it required me to buy multiple courses for thousands of dollars to figure out all of this information. And here am I giving it to you completely for free. By this point, I hope you understand and believe that the reason that most players don't make it to the pro level is not lack of talent or something. It's because they're doing the same mistakes over and over again and expecting different results. They're blaming everything and everyone else, but their fault at the end. It's them that are trying everything they see online without following a clear proven system that gets them real results. Real results are getting professional opportunities to sign a professional contract. The only thing that they're doing is training wrong, thinking that the only thing that's gonna get them to the pro level is the grinding mindset, training hard, not smart. But that's completely wrong, because it requires much more than that to reach the pro level. It requires a presence online, knowing how to market yourself to get pro opportunities, knowing how to contact your clubs, networking them, building highlight video, building a CV, all of that. And here you have it. This is exactly why most players don't end up going pro. So don't let it happen to you. You still have some time left. You need to make it happen. You need to find your own way. Stop blaming others. Start taking responsibility. Stop waiting for someone to make it happen for you. Stop waiting for someone to discover your talent. Show them your talent. Show the entire world your talent. And how do you do that? How do you let scouts, agents, and clubs see your talent? It's very simple. By implementing this exact system, by taking action, implementing everything you heard in this training class. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but right now. Because you can't afford to waste any more time. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking much faster than you think. If you truly want to sign a professional contract, you need to start acting now. And that's why I'm going to give you an opportunity to turn everything you've dreamed of into reality. I'm going to teach you this exact system, the 4 pillars formula, the formula that took me years and thousands of dollars to figure out, the formula that will let you sign a professional contract. And here's exactly how it will happen. I'm going to give you a chance to book a completely free call with me, but unfortunately, not everyone will get this opportunity because I'm only one person. I can't physically do it. I'm only gonna be working with the serious and ambitious players that are willing to do whatever it takes to get to the pro levels. Those are the players that I'm willing to invest my time in. If that's you, here's exactly what will happen. I'm going to be offering you a completely free strategy call. On this call, we will pinpoint exactly where you are in your career right now, the biggest gaps that are holding you back from signing a professional contract, and then we will build a blueprint for you to getting to the pro level, to getting you to sign your first professional contract. And on that call, if you feel and sound like a serious player and you prove to me that you have the work ethic, the commitment of a serious player, you will be offered the chance to join my exclusive mentorship program in my academy, where you get access to my one-on-one coaching, guidance, and mentorship until you sign your professional contract. But don't forget, everything starts with booking your completely free call, and afterwards you may be offered this opportunity. So make sure to book your call right now and fill out the form, because this form will help me know you more as a player and prepare for our call together. So make sure to fill out this form, because if you don't fill out this form, your call is gonna be cancelled and you lose your chance. So down below in the description, you'll see a link. Click on it, you'll go to the calendar where you'll be able to book a call. I've made a few slots over the next few days where you can choose a time slot that suits you. Straight after choosing a time slot, the page will automatically redirect to a form page. There will be a few questions for you to answer for me to know more about you as a player, where you are in your career right now, and what's holding you back. These questions are gonna help me to start preparing for our call together. And as mentioned, this form is very important. If you don't fill out this form, your call is gonna be cancelled. So make sure to fill out this form with a lot of details as possible. So now you may be wondering, should I book this call or not? Brothers, you don't have anything to lose by booking this completely free call. All we're gonna do is have a chat about your career, where you are right now, and what's preventing you from getting pro opportunities and signing professional contracts. Because I know there's millions of ballers out there that need this exact system, because I know that they have what it takes to make it to the pro level, but their talent is not being seen or discovered by anyone. And they're not doing anything to change that. And that's why I want to help as many players and teach them this exact system, this exact formula, so they can save years of their career basically trying things that don't work. So with that being said, I can't wait to speak with you and map out your exact blueprint to the professional level. See you soon, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.